Hello and welcome to this demo video. Before we get started, I'd just like to explain to you a few things which will relate to all of the basic range spreadsheets. Number one, there is a key on the intro and setup tab of all of the spreadsheets showing what the different color headers mean. The blue headers mean that the cell's formulated, so it's locked and you can't change it. The yellow headers are where you can input data, and occasionally there might be some gray headers, which is just a different kind of data input, but we'll include instructions as and when that happens. The other thing that you can be aware of is there are ways in which you can damage the spreadsheet. So please do take a look at the link where you see this image, which will take you to a web page to show you how to better preserve your spreadsheet. Please feel free to keep a blank version of the spreadsheet somewhere, so that if you do mess up a spreadsheet that you're using, you can in fact just open a new one, a blank one. And some of the spreadsheets only last for a year, and then you've got a blank one to start the following year. So do keep a blank copy as a backup somewhere. And lastly, wherever you see this image, you can click on it. It'll take you back to the store where you purchased this product to see if you've got anything, any more products. One last thing, to see a demo video, you can click on this on a link that looks like this in order to go to the demo video, but that'll take you to the most recent demo. If in fact we've done upgrades and you're using an older version and you'd like to see the demo relating to your version, then do click on the watch on YouTube link, which will take you to that specific video on YouTube. So I think that's all you need to know. So without further ado, let's move on to this demo video. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to this demo video for the column sorter. This is let's put it bluntly, it's one of the most boring spreadsheets I've made in a long time. No graphs, no reports, no charts, no nothing like that. But it is here to serve a very specific purpose. And if this is what you need, it'll be incredibly helpful. The spreadsheet itself is actually almost 10 megabytes in size. So it's quite a large spreadsheet, not necessarily in the number of tabs, but in the size of the spreadsheet, the size it takes up on a disk. It is quite a complicated spreadsheet. There's lots going on in the background. So let me show you how it works. I want to show you when the spreadsheet would be needed, and I don't normally do this, but I've actually made an example spreadsheet to show you the kind of thing that this will accomplish. Let's say, for argument's sake, you've got a spreadsheet like this. You've got the headers set. There are formulas behind here. They're all doing things on reports and things. So it's using this data. It needs the data to be in the exact right columns in order to produce the report. And you've got a CSV download that you're downloading, or that someone's exporting from something, or you're getting from software, or whatever the case might be. So you've got this download of CSV data, and you want to put that data into that spreadsheet so that it can do its thing and produce a report. Whether you've made this yourself or bought it from me, wherever is immaterial, if you've got one, you'll know what I mean. So what you normally do is you get your raw data, you copy your data, and you bring it and you put it into the spreadsheet, all in the right column. Everything's hunky-dory. That then feeds it through to the reports, and it's job done. Then all of a sudden, one day you pop in, you download your data source, and all of a sudden your data source is no longer like that, but they've changed the data source. When you finish shouting at the computer, what will happen is you'll come back to your new data source, you'll copy that, and if you try and paste that into the spreadsheet, now all of a sudden you've got the wrong things in the wrong columns. Also, if you did copy column by column, you'd be missing 2 columns of the data, and you've got to go and manually input it, and it's just a pain in the backside. So what this spreadsheet does is, I've done the spreadsheet in order to try and overcome this problem. So if you've got the new source of data, how do you convert this data to what the old source was, so that you can simply copy and paste the data into the spreadsheet that you need that does all the reporting? This is how the new spreadsheet works. So what it does is, let me show you. Let me set it up first of all. First and foremost, it's asking for the VAT rate. Now you're wondering, why on earth does it want the VAT rate? You'll see shortly if we put the current VAT rate in, 20%. Source document. What you need to do here is name the source document. So the document, your CSV or whatever, has got the raw data on. I'm just going to put here source name, and then your destination name. The reason why I put this in here, it doesn't actually do anything to the spreadsheet, but you might save this as, you might have a few of these spreadsheets lying around with different sources to different destination documents, so that if you name them, at least you can open this up and see exactly what documents this relates to make sure that you've got the right one. You do need to do your data sorter and changes, but we'll get to that because you first need a sample of the raw data. So let's go and get a sample of raw data. Remember, this export is no longer available, so it's this export. So what do? We copy the headers, right click, copy. So the headers and the data, we come to our source data, and we paste values here. Make sure the headers are in the gray line, paste values there. So that's in. Obviously, you've got a maximum of 60 columns and a maximum of, I can't remember what it was, 3,000 rows, I think. So once you paste the data in there, that's all you need to do for that. You've got your raw data. That's what your raw data is going to be like. Now what you do, if you go to your destination data, there's nothing there because there's nothing really for the export. So we've got to go through the data sorter. So what we need to do in your destination is type the header names in your destination how you want them to be. So if you have a look here, let's go and have a look at our spreadsheet. That's what we want it to look like. That's what we want the data. The first one's name, score, percentage. So let's just put those names in here. Name, score, percentage. What were the other ones? Price excluding VAT and price including VAT. Price excluding VAT. Price including VAT. So we basically list the header columns as they are, as how you want them. Sorry, not on that, but on this one. You list the names how you want the header names to be. And then what do you do? Now you go and you select what is the source. So from your source data, i.e. this data, which of these headers relates to what you're looking for. So let's go back here. If we're looking for name, we've got the name. The score, we don't have anything for score. We've got the percentage, that's the percentage column. And we've got the price excluding VAT. Those are the ones we've got. So those ones are correct. We've got them. If we have a look at our destination, we can see it's filled in the name, it's filled in the score, and the percentage and the price. What we don't have those, the score and the price inclusive of VAT. So last column, action if applicable. There are two actions that this can perform, and from my experience, whenever you're getting raw data, there are two things that often change. People will give you a percentage as a decimal place. So in other words, 70% they have as 0.7, and other times they'll give you 70% as 70.0. So they often change those two around. And the other thing that often happens is you may have an exclusive of that price and you need to convert it to inclusive, or you may have inclusive, you need to convert it to exclusive. So if you have a look on these options, the drop down is add that, remove that, multiply by 100 or divide by 100. It's only those four. Just if you've got a situation with prices, inclusive and exclusive of that, or if these two, or if you've got one there's a percentage that you need to divide or multiply by 100, you can do so. So if we go to the score, now remember on our source data, hang on, let's go back to the original spreadsheet and the original data. The percentage was as a decimal place. If you format that as a general, you'll see 0.7%, 0.7. So that the percentage is that the score is multiplied by 100. So let's go back there again to our data. So we've got the score. All we've got to work with is the percentage, which is 0.7, but we want to multiply that by 100 to get to the score, the 70. And all we've got here is a price exclusive. We don't have the price inclusive. Then what we do is we go to here and we say add that in order. So you can check, it's checking that it's valid, it's checking that it can do that, it's checking that you've got the header. If all of these are ticks here, all the checks are ticked, that means that everything's working, it's got all the data it needs. And if you go to the destination, you'll see now it's got all the data under the respective headers. So now that is what you do to set it up. Once you've set this up, you can come here. If you want to redo this again, you can clear the contents. If you go back to the data and sort, you see there's all crosses, it's got issues, it can't find the data. That's fair enough. You can save this spreadsheet as a new spreadsheet, remembering that you put your source name and destination name. And now whenever you need to do, now once you've set it up once, whenever you need to do this again, all you do is you get your new data with the headers, copy, come to your other spreadsheet, pop your source data in, paste values, check here that everything's okay, everything's right, go to your destination. Now you don't need to copy the headers because you've got the headers already on your new spreadsheet, but what you can do is you can copy that data, right click copy, come to your spreadsheet where you need to insert the data, right click paste values. Now you can see score, percentage, VAT inclusive. So everything now is correct, it's worked out what you need to do. So when they change these, you can obviously just use your spreadsheet. Now let's say that for argument's sake they come in here and now they add a new column. Just to throw a spanner in the works, because you know what they're like, they add a new column. And this new column's got some kind of code in or whatever, which you're not actually using. It's irrelevant to you, so you don't need it. Now what happens? Because now do you have to redo the spreadsheet again? No, you don't, because it's got the same headers. Copy. You come back here again. You put your data in, headers as well. Oops, sorry, it's the wrong tab. You go here, put your new data in. It's got the new column in. You come to your destination, it still knows exactly what's going on. Why? Because it's looking for the header names. If, for argument's sake, your raw data and they change the name to, say, for argument's sake, name person, so they change the header. Now when you bring your data and you plop your data in, it's changed the name. When you come here, it looks and it goes, it can't find that header, name, can't find name. All you do is you go back to your source, select the new one, name person. Yep, got it. Destination, data ready. So set this page up. You need to put some raw data in. Remember to always have the headers in here. You can set this page up by selecting what's your destination, which is the source data that's used for that. Are there any actions, i.e. taking that, adding on that, multiplying by 100, divided by 100. If all of these are green ticks, with your data and you're good to go. That's your export data. And you can set this up, and then each time you get a new set of source data, simply highlight the existing source data, clear contents, paste the new source data in, and just check that all of these are ticks. They're crosses now because there's no data. But when you put your data in, they should all be ticks. Correct anything that's not corrected, and it gives you destination data, which means that when you're sitting with a situation like this, and the original source data doesn't match what it needs to match for your document, you can send the new source data through the spreadsheet, correct it, put it in. So I hope that all makes sense. Yeah, I've needed to make something like this for various people, so I thought I'd put a very simple version of it in the store. Say this is what you're looking for. I hope that it helps your business and makes your life a lot easier. Thank you very much, and goodbye.